Getting escorted out of a building is probably the most humiliating thing ever to happen in my life. I highly don't recommend it. Why, hello guys, it's me, Maya. Welcome to my channel. Thanks for joining us today. I got fired and I had to be escorted out of the building, so that doesn't make it better. I don't know what does. I worked for a company where people would have a service with us and they'd get into contracts. The contracts were from 24 months to 60 months. When someone would get our service, they had like 3 to 10 days to call in and cancel. And that's who I mainly worked with. I loved the people I worked with and it was like a good atmosphere. But with this job, it is a sales job and I'm not someone that's good at sales. No offense to anyone that does sales, but with sales, you have to be kind of good at manipulating or lying to people. I'm not that way. Like, I'm not good at pitching to sell when there's something behind it. There was times where we'd have like meetings and they'd tell us like their sales pitches, which were kind of sketchy. Sometimes they'd be like, oh, here's our sales pitch. We're gonna give them this option. And this option is actually a pretty crappy option because you're getting like nothing for it, but you're paying like $5 less than the package above it. So hopefully they'll actually end up paying more. And it's just stuff like that. I'm not good with tricking people into stuff, especially when there's contracts involved. Being someone that's not rich, that has to be careful with their money, I sometimes felt a little too hard for people, and I got manipulated by customers, I'm sure, because people would tell their sob stories and I would fall for it, and that's my fault. I understand. I was doing really well, but there was times where if someone was very eager to get out and I could tell that they were starting to get angry, I would just kind of be like, okay, let's get you out of it, because I was scared of them getting angry. Or if they were so sad, I would just, oh, I feel for you, I understand, like I don't want you to get screwed over, and would help them get out. There was this one week where we had a team meeting, and the team meeting was about if someone calls and they want to cancel and we don't attempt to save them and we cancel their contract with us, we will get a warning, and then if it continues to go on, we'll get fired. And I was like, okay, I understand that I struggle with that, so I need to be better. Maybe 3 weeks after they had said this, I got called into the office with my supervisor, and he said, hey, I just want to let you know, like, we have noticed that there was a phone call where you did not attempt to save this person. I'm just letting you know, here's your warning. You need to be better. If you're not, we're gonna have to fire you. And I was like, okay, yeah, like I totally understand. Can I like let you know how I'm feeling? And he was like, yeah, sure, I definitely wanna help you out. Like, you're doing good. I wanna help you do even better. I said, you know, I'm not confident. I'm afraid of upsetting people. So I would like if I could get maybe some extra help. And they were like all eager for that. And they were like, yeah, we're gonna help you. We're gonna have you have our team lead. She'll help you. You'll have some time so you can get better, because we totally understand that it's hard to just like completely change in one day. And I was like, okay, yeah, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And they're like, yeah, I did. I started to work on it really good. They never, actually helped me. Like there was one girl that was really good and she was helping me, and then she got transferred into a different team, and so I lost her. I'm starting to get a little bit more confident because I was doing so well, but still I tried to get off phone calls as fast as possible. So sometimes I would do attempts, but they'd be really quick attempts because I just wanted to get out of it. I just wanted to be done. So my camera cut off, but I was talking about there was a day I got a phone call with this old lady who wanted to cancel, and I was trying to save her. I tried to get someone out there to help teach her how everything worked and all this stuff. And it was like 3 attempts, but poor attempts. I will 100% admit that. She was like, no, like I just think I want to cancel. And I was like, okay, well, here's what you're gonna have to do, but are you sure? And she was like, yeah, I'm sure. And I was like, okay, well, here's the information that you're gonna need to do, and then we can get you all set up, but you have to send this before I can cancel you. And she was like, okay, yeah. And so we get off the phone, and immediately I was like, okay, was that bad? Like, one, I did cancel her, and I did attempt like 2 or 3 times. So I did do what they asked me to, but was it too crappy of an attempt? Are they going to still get upset with me over it? And I remember feeling like good, but then not good about it. Like I had very mixed emotions about it, and I was very concerned about this one phone call. But anyway, so things go on and time goes by, and it's been like a couple weeks, the day before Christmas Eve. I'm working, we're having a party, and it's been such a good time. I had maybe 30 minutes before I was gonna get off work. was talking to someone, and also my supervisor comes up to me and pats me and says, hey, when you get off, I need you to go into project mode and come talk to me. But I'm screwed. So I made that phone call last as long as possible as I could, because I was like, I know I'm getting fired. I know I'm getting fired. I know I'm getting fired. The freaking day before Christmas. I'm almost done with work. Let me just finish my day, please. And then fire me. I go into the little office, and he is sitting there, and some random guy that I didn't know, another team lead or like supervisor of a different group. And he goes, so and so was listening to phone calls, and she said that she heard this phone call with you and this woman, and that you didn't make an attempt. So unfortunately, like, we're gonna have to fire you. Trying not to cry because I'm so embarrassed. And I was like, okay, well, can you like tell me what phone call it was? Because I feel like I know what you're talking about, but I do remember attempting and I didn't counsel her. And he's like, well, you know, it was just, you didn't do a good enough job. Yeah, you didn't cancel her, but I'm gonna have to let you go. And I was like, okay, but my shift's almost over. Can I just like finish my shift? I literally have like 10 minutes left, and Chad had to come pick me up from work, so he had the car, so I didn't even have a car, and he was like 15 minutes away, feeling anxious. And I'm like, okay, he'll be here at like 3 o'clock. Please just let me stay here for a little bit longer so I'm not just walking in the cold. I'm like crying and I'm embarrassed and I feel so bad. And I'm like, I'm so sorry, I'm crying, like it's fine, like I understand, I get it, like I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. And he's like, okay, yeah, so I'm sorry, like we will grab all your things, and unfortunately, like, we're gonna have to escort you out of the building. And I was like, what? Why? Like, I'm not gonna be psycho, I'm not gonna go crazy, I promise. Like, I'm going to leave. It's just what we're gonna have to do. So, sorry, screw you guys, but okay. And I said, okay, well, can I go back to my desk and get my things? And they said, no, like, we're gonna grab your things and we'll bring them out to you. So not only are they firing me 30 minutes before my day's over, they're going to be escorting me out of the building. They're going to grab my things for me and bring them out to me, and make things 2,100,000 times worse than the situation already was. All of a sudden I remember my calculator. I have stuff that I need to put in my calculator still, and you, hoe bags, are not gonna screw me over with my commission like you did the first month I worked here. Oh, well, I actually do need to go to my desk because I need to put things in my calculator so I can get my commission. And I could tell that he was kind of like, oh, crap. So I go back to my desk, and the team lead, who I had previously asked him if I was getting fired, and he said, no, I don't think so. I don't know why. Sorry. I didn't mean for that to slip out. And he's grabbing my things to take them out to me. And I was like, you lying jerk. Like, just tell me I'm getting fired. Why are you such a jerk? Like, why are you such a jerk? Just tell me I'm getting fired, jerk. So I go back to my desk and I put all my stuff in, and this person behind me, who I was buddies with, turns on and he goes, what's going on? I said, I'm getting fired. And he was like, what? You're getting fired? And he was so confused because I was doing really good. And he was just like, why are you getting fired? Like, you do a good job. That makes no sense. And I'm like, freaking tell me about it, man. And the guy that's supposed to be escorting me out is just standing there waiting, watching me as I'm doing everything. And I grab all my stuff and I'm walking out, and I had told someone previously, I was like, oh, I really need to get another cupcake. I love cupcakes. And one of the guys heard me, and he went and got me a cupcake for me. And he was so nice and so sweet. And I walked past him, and he was like, oh, hey, like, here's your cupcake. And it was so like sweet. And he was like smiling and stuff. And then he was like, what the heck is going on? I wasn't perfect. Obviously, I was a little too like, let people walk all over me and, you know, take advantage. And I listened to too much sob stories. So I wasn't perfect. I understand that I had some work to be done. But I was still doing really good, and he was confused. And I'm getting escorted out by this guy, and I'm thinking, I have no ride home. Chad's not gonna be here for another 15, 20 minutes. I'm just gonna be freezing cold outside the building. And I call my husband, and I'm like, hey, I just got fired, and I need you to come get me. And he was like, what? I'm just sitting in the bushes trying to hide from people so no one sees me. That is my story of being fired. It was super mortifying. The thing that was embarrassing, I'm in a cubicle, and so I grab my things and everyone is watching me get escorted out, and it's literally 30 minutes before I get off work. It was like he had known all day, why did you let me work all day besides the last 30 minutes? And then for them to almost not let me grab my things and put in my stuff. So it's a good thing I remembered my commission to say something to him, or I again would have been screwed in my commission check out of a couple $100 or who knows how much. It was so dramatic, and I'm not even like making it worse than it is. That's literally what happened. It was so mortifying. I was so embarrassed. Everyone was watching me. It felt like they were using me as just like an example of what not to do, and it was like almost a scare tactic for everyone, because everyone's eyes were on me and everyone was watching me. And I'm getting literally escorted out by some random guy, and I'm trying to, eye tapping and joke with this guy because I'm so embarrassed and I just don't know what to do. It was a situation. Have you guys ever been fired, and was it that dramatic? Did you have to be escorted out? Like, is that a normal thing that companies do, is escort you out? Oh, it was so mortifying. I'm so embarrassed about this situation. You have no idea how embarrassing this situation is for me. Thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. And if you want, like, share, or subscribe, whatever you want to do, it's up to you. Bye, guys. Really hope that you have some stories, or not. I mean, actually, I really hope you don't, because getting fired is so embarrassing.